So for the next 2 weeks, we will be cooking out of here. This recipe today will be made out of here. There's even a canning area of this. And I may be doing that as well. Oh yeah, my name is LouAnn and welcome to my kitchen. The coffee is a brewing and you know there's some sweet iced tea in that icebox. Well, what am I making for you today? Let's turn the camera around. Let me show you. Well, I am going to make the potato soup in here, but I'm doing it my own way. I thought it needed some bacon in it. And I'm not using fresh potatoes. I'm using canned. So, and I'm going to fry this bacon up a little bit. And we're going to use this grease as well, but I want to get this bacon fried up before we put our other ingredients in here. Let this the bacon get brown a little bit. Then I'm going to add 1 chopped onion. I've added the onion to this, so let this get to brown a little bit. Sorry you can't see that with the steam. Now that our onions are nice and brown and the bacon's brown, I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour. Get this all stirred in. Got to keep it stirring until we get it thick. Then we're going to add our potatoes. I'm using 2 pints of potatoes that I had canned. I drained juice off of one of them. The other one I didn't. So I'm going to empty those jars. Let that cook a little bit. Get that all nice and yummied up before we add a quart of milk. Now we stir in 1 quart of milk, and then we stir this until it is heated up, until it's nice and thick. And then this will be our potato soup tonight, hearty potato soup. So now we just got to cook this and stir it until it gets thick and smooth. And try to get all those bacon goodies that's underneath on the bottom of the pan as well. I added a tablespoon of parsley to this as well. So now we stir it until this gets thick and heat it up until it gets thick. And then supper be on. If you was using fresh potatoes, I may add that you would be boiling them in a separate saucepan, about 6 of them. So I'm guessing about 6, but these were very large potatoes that I canned, which I do believe you will see that. I do believe I did a video on it for March Canning Madness. So that is what we're doing here. We're just waiting for this to get thick, and then we will have some yummy hearty potato soup for supper. So this next recipe out of this book, which I will show you the photo somewhere in this, you will just need thawed chopped spinach, a frozen container of it, about a 10 ounce package of ranch seasoning, and a 16 ounce container of sour cream, and that's pretty much it. In the cookbook, it does say using rye bread. I'm just going to use this as a dip because it is Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. So, at least when I'm filming it. So, I'm going to put this all together and I'll show you what it looks like after it's done and show you how to put it together. I forgot to add one ingredient. We were supposed to get sour cream with chives, which I cannot find that in my area. So I'm just going to add what I think how many chives should be in the sour cream. And that's what we're going to add. So let's put this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the sour cream and put the chives in. Part of Susan at Hillbilly Chicken Ranch Frugal Living is, I'm going to add that to that. You could save, hold on. You could save your little sour cream bowls and use it for something else. You can use it as a planter, use it as a water. There's some, or just a little bit of, you could put the dip back in there if there's, you know, a small amount of dip. Or anything like that. That is part of my frugal living. I grew up with it like that. So doing that, my mama saved all kinds of bowls. The Cool Whip bowls and all that. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the chives here. That's not enough for my liking. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Now I think that should be enough of chives. I'm going to finish stirring this in, and then I'll be right back when we add our other ingredients. So before I add my chopped spinach, thawed chopped spinach, uncooked, I'm going to go ahead and add my ranch dressing mix to the sour cream and get it stirred in real quick before I add my spinach. Now I'm going to add my spinach, and I'm going to go ahead and add the biggest part of the whole container of it, because it is pretty much thawed. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to mix it all together in this bowl before I put it in my serving container, which is a must for all of you out there, is to get a serving container.